Hello everyone, back by not so popular demand. Just move my chair out of the way so I can wander about. Cool. The holiday's over, I'm back. Back into the swamp of work. And it's, people normally use the word swamp to describe something disgusting and dirty. But I really like swamps, Mangrove swamps are beautiful. I'd love to go to a mangrove swamp. So, swamps aren't bad for me. Anyway, lots to talk about, lots to go over. Let's take it away with the list. Oh, wait, before I take it away with the list, before I was setting up my camera. I put my camera up here on the shelf because I forgot to bring my tripod. So, yeah, you're on the shelf where the Lego is and facing the other way now. I got a WhatsApp and I was like, who could that be? Who's messaging this guy at a weird time? It's my auntie. So I'm a bit, why is she messaging me? Is my mum okay? Because the last time me and my auntie messaged was over a year ago. And I checked the message and it's a meme about cum. It's a Star Wars meme about cum. So there's a little insight into my family. It was pretty funny. But, it's my auntie. I don't know. It's just funny, isn't it? Anyway, to the list. Step 1, a new chapter, the title of the video. I've had a lot going on recently. Oh, my hair. People have said a lot of things to me. I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot, been through a lot. And I'm coming out of it. It is a new beginning. The lot of things people have said to me have left me things to think about, and it's a new beginning. What that means for us, I don't know. But how does it affect you? It doesn't. How does it affect me? It doesn't. It just means things are getting better, basically, which is good. Next. Been given a lot to think about. That goes on with the new chapter. Had my last counselling session. That was very interesting. I'll skip forward a few steps. I went to a screening for dyspraxia to check if I actually had it. And the woman said at the end of the meeting, so we'd been in there for an hour and she was asking me quite a few questions. And at the end of it, she said, here's a kicker. Are you ready to be surprised? And I said, yeah. And she said, this whole time, you kept saying you have dyspraxia. And you sort of know you do. And some of the questions were related to that. And I think you do. But I'll screen you for that next week. And I said, all right, so what have we been doing this whole time then? And she says, I've actually been screening you for dyslexia and you have it. So I was like, what the fuck? And it just sort of took me back a bit. And she said, yeah, you're very dyslexic. Well, not very dyslexic. She just said, you have dyslexia. You've got all the signs. It's not as bad as other people, clearly, because I can write proper sentences. But I'm dyslexic. And I thought that was just quite funny. She asked me these questions that felt so relatable, and I thought they were for the dyspraxia, and I was like, she's onto something, she knows. But it's for dyslexia. So, yeah. What does that change, again, for you guys or for me? Nothing. I've lived with it my whole life. Knowing that I have it doesn't change anything, other than the fact that if something happens to do with Rhett, I'm going to say, oh, yeah, but I'm dyslexic. And that's it, and to my mum as well. But it won't be an excuse for you, it won't be an excuse for uni, it won't be an excuse for my filmmaking. It has not stopped me before, it won't stop me now. I know I have it. And if anything like that happens to you, don't let it do the same. Don't let it change who you are. Because you had it before, you're going to have it after. Deal with it, grow up, It's fine. Next is overcrowded with work. I've been given an animation project to do by someone I've never met, but he gave me this work and then he re-edited it whilst I was doing the sound, so all the sound wasn't in the right place, and then he sent me some sound that he wanted me to work with and mixed it all up, and it really, really angered me last night. I was getting very mad. Rhett was editing Samson and asking me questions, and I kept getting angry and trying not to put that anger to him. And if I did, Rhett, I'm sorry. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. This guy was just really pissing me off. I'm going to finish this animation after this vlog's uploaded and unlisted, ready for tomorrow, and then get it done, because that guy just, don't like him. Whoever he is, whoever you are, if you end up watching this, I hope you don't, but if you do, be nicer to sound engineers. I'm doing all your stuff for free. Please make it easy for me. Don't make it complicated. It really angers me, genuinely. So yeah, camping video on the way. That's all I need to say. It's not really what I expected it to be. It's more footage of the camcorder, everything we said, and at the end throughout the video there's interviews with each one of us that went, talking about one of the days of camping, followed by inserts of that day on a camcorder. The audio is awful, so that's what's taking the time, because there's so many peaks and so many bits where it's really quiet, so it's just fixing that, making it sound alright, but I'll try and do that this week, who knows. After that, I believe it is the sound for Samson the Sanctimonious. So once I've done the animation and the camping video, I can start the work on Samson. I'm going to brighten myself up a bit. I don't like this. Oh, wrong way. There we go. So, yeah, next is the stuff for Samsung. So that'll be end of the month, surely. End of the month I can do all that. Followed by my next uni unit, which is the experimental film. That's end of the month. I don't want to go into that because I've got all the ideas, I'm ready to film it, but I'm trying to forget about it to get all this other work done, and then I can do experimental film and upload it. But trust me, I'm excited. Whether it's something you guys would enjoy, I don't know, but I'm personally very excited just to make it. Next is the summer parody tease. So we've decided to come up with a tradition, me and the film lot, the Jahan Week crew and Oakley, and basically every summer we will do a parody. So it started with Jahan Week, and we've got one this summer. I'm not going to tell you what the parody is. It may change. I don't think it will. We've started coming up with a base plot. We're going to rewatch the films. I'm not even going to reveal whether it's one or a series, but we've got to rewatch the film or films to help us with writing, pick out scenes we want to recreate, and there's some that are going to be quite funny. It's over ambitious, just like Jahan Week was, and that's kind of the fun of it, is we're going to make it too hard to make. We're going into it knowing this will be a challenge, and then we will on set go, right, we need to make this easier and make it easier. So keep your eyes out for news on that, but it won't be for a while because I've got to do all this work and then the uni work. So it will be after this month. I'm starting to worry about the film, this month being May, even though this releases on May 1st. So yeah, at the end of May, that's when this new summer film parody starts. But it's a Jahan Week 2 in the sense of same style. It's not Jahan Week. It's not another John Wick thing. Next is video about lens. I made a lens. I showed my lecturer because he really wanted to see it, and he wants me to do a video about it. So me and Rhett will do a video about a lens within the week to come out next week. Keep your eyes out for that. I've talked about it before. Here it is. We're going to do a special video though. Next, I did that one. I bought some books. Yep. Look at me, a dyslexia man, buying books. No, I can still read. So I've got the Dior Hoard, an Old English bestiary, because I like Old English folklore and tales, and I love animals, so, you know. And then I got the Wikipedia about Wiccans. And I don't know if I've showed it on the channel, but I have another book about different occults and their types of magic and the spells. And you're probably thinking, oh, is this one of those guys that thinks magic is real? And it's like, I would like to believe that it's real, but I'm not ever going to attempt one of these spells and say it's going to work. I don't think love potions are real or anything like that. But I love the occult and studying it. Before I chose film at uni, they introduced the first occult studies course at university in the country last year, and I was looking at doing the second year of that course before film, but it was too much writing, so I gave up on that idea because I don't like writing too much, which now is explained by dyslexia, so there we go. But I was this close to going into occult studies, and in the long future there may be films about occult. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so who knows. Here's sped up footage of me, Rhett and Ray redecorating my room because I did it for fun. Right, hope you enjoyed that. Next, Samson again. We're going back to Samson the Sanctimonious. Only a quick thing. When Rhett was editing it, he forgot to save it. All the footage was deleted. He's edited it twice now, but it's better the second time. So there we go. But it was it was a bit of a defeat when we were like, oh, he's got to redo it all. I went to Birdland, did some Foley and some photography. Here are some pictures. It was a nice day out, good fun, and yeah, it was alright, you know. Here's some pictures from Birdland. And finally, pistachio in meatball, it says, on the camping trip. Here's a little camping lore for you. Liam was cooking meatballs in some mess tins on an open fire, and Rhett got out this pack of pistachios, and we were picking the shells, eating the pistachios, and then throwing the shells in the meatball when he wasn't looking. And then I started doing it, and then Dan started doing it, and then Rhett chucked a handful of pistachios in the meatballs. And it was just so funny because Liam kept getting mad and then flinging them everywhere, and it was just jokes. I mean, it was just, yeah. It was just, I'm going to say that again just to get it in there, you know. It's like, what was it I always used to say, Rhett? At the end of the day, that's it. At the end of the day, that's all I've got to talk to you about. I mean, a lot happened, but it's too much to really talk about, and a lot of it I can't talk about, unfortunately. Nothing bad, don't worry about it, but it's big things in my personal life that I don't feel comfortable sharing, and you're going to have to be happy with that and comfortable with that and deal with that. So don't worry about it. I'm happy, I'm comfortable, I'm fine, and everything's going good. 2 films maybe this month if I can do Samson in time, and summer projects soon, who knows. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're happy to see me back in Happy, and happy. Goodbye.